Greetings, everyone. I want to give you a quick update in regard to things that are further happening here in Ukraine this morning. It is Wednesday, September the 4th, and we woke up this morning to, once again, horrible news of incredible strikes from missiles and Shahed drones that have taken place all throughout Ukraine. In addition to that, we also have the updated news on Dmitry Kuleba, Foreign Minister of Ukraine. So I want to give a quick update here. This is right to the minute what is happening in Ukraine. There was a mass attack through the night again. 13 cruise missiles were flying through the air, 29 Shaheeds. This time, however, they were flying in very difficult to defend patterns, flying all through the regions, circling, coming west, going east. Ultimately, though, the place of the largest strikes were in Lviv and also in Kryvyi Rih. Ukraine's air defense was able to take down 7 of the 13 cruise missiles, meaning out of the 13, 6 were able to strike their targets. Additionally, 22 out of 29 Shaheeds were able to be eliminated. Once again, further demonstrating the unbelievable deficit that Ukraine has in air defense. Unfortunately, this morning, I have to deliver bad news that in Lviv, there was very strong strikes and 50 buildings were damaged or destroyed in the center of Lviv. 2 hospitals were damaged and 2 schools. Unfortunately, 7 people lost their lives and 52 were injured. One of the families that was struck, and we can tell their story, this man's name is Yaroslav. Yaroslav with his wife and children here. Unfortunately, this morning, he is the only remaining member of his family. You may ask, Greg, why do you show us this, or why do you tell us about Yaroslav and his daughters? We don't want to see that. Maybe, I think you do need to see it, and I think the world needs to see it. This man lost his entire family in a millisecond, the strike of a missile at his home. I can't even begin to think about the torture that is running through his mind and his life right now. Kryvyi Rih, sorry, it just a beautiful Ukrainian family gone. And these people were so supportive and working. Actually, the wife was working in like a nonprofit unit supporting Ukraine there in Lviv. The girls you could see in the picture were so patriotic, and they've lost their lives. So we think about Yaroslav and what he'll be dealing with today and going forward. In Kryvyi Rih, 4 were killed as missiles struck right in the center of the city. Kryvyi Rih is a very long city, very hard to navigate through, but there is a definitive center point. In fact, Zhenya and I have stayed in this exact center, in this hotel area. It's why we now choose very wisely where we stay, because we want to stay alive, and we try to honestly outthink Russian missiles. And right now, they are just indiscriminately attacking. Additionally, through the night, Lviv was hit, Rivne, Khmelnytsky, my city, Kyiv, Chernihiv, Sumy, Poltava, Kharkiv, and Kryvyi Rih. Think about that for a moment. Right now, I have no power. The infrastructure here in my city is critically damaged. There is no consistency. There's no consistency in the voltage that comes. It turns on, it turns off. The schedules that are put out by the energy company, of course, cannot be maintained and are not true. Unfortunately, the White House has restated its position in regard to Ukrainian permissions to strike specific targets deep into Russia or deeper into Russia with a no. However, stating that we will continue to supply air defense and to strengthen the air defense. I'm sorry, but that's the wrong answer. It's only half right. Of course, we need to strengthen air defense, but not permitting Ukraine to defend itself when its civilians are being targeted is 100% unacceptable. 100% unacceptable. And it has nothing to do with party affiliation. It has nothing to do with who you like and who you don't like. This is about humanity and about making decisions that are right. And right is allowing Ukraine to defend itself, especially when you see stories today like that of Yaroslav losing his entire family. Additionally, one small update in regard to Poltava, the death toll has increased. I do not have an exact number on that, or I would give it to you. And I can also confirm to you that as of right now, they are still digging through rubble in search and rescue operations in Poltava. We'll update you on that as soon as we can. And finally, guys, I am angry about this. Dmitry Kuleba resigns. We broke it, or we were telling it last night on our live stream with Zhenya that Dmitry Kuleba, the foreign minister, a great man, a great representative, so hardworking for Ukraine, a good English speaker, spokesperson. He's the guy that would sit and have McDonald's with Anthony Blinken. That's who I'm talking about. He resigned. And I can tell you right now, everything I'm seeing, Ukrainians are angry about it. Very angry. And I am angry about it. He was a good representative, a good foreign minister, and a good person standing for and fighting for Ukraine. I do not know all the politics on the backside. I do not know all the disagreements, but I can tell you right now, in my opinion, that was a mistake. Dmitry Kuleba resigning from his office of foreign minister, while other politicians who are definitely questionable continue to stay in their position. If you want to know where I stand, that's where I stand. I stand for people who are fighting for Ukraine, and Dmitry Kuleba was one of them. So that's where we're at today on this quick update in regard to the last few hours. Have a good day.